Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Donald Trump has refused, in a tweet, to pay security for Harry and Meghan. Makes sense to me. Donald Trump says, "I am a great friend and admirer of the Queen in the United Kingdom. It was reported that Harry and Meghan, who left the kingdom, would reside permanently in Canada. Now they've left Canada for the U.S. However, the U.S. will not pay for their security protection. They must pay." Maybe they left Canada because Canada wouldn't pay for their security protection, because Commonwealth nations are more obligated to pay for security protection. They can appeal, Harry and Meghan can appeal and ask for diplomatic protection, and that's Secret Service protection, and that's very expensive, but they're not royals anymore. Okay, he says they've left Canada. Well, let's see. Yeah, they've left the kingdom. So they got to pay for their own security. There's all those celebrities in Hollywood. They pay for their own security. So the first question I want to look at is there bad blood between Harry and Meghan? Because there's a lot of... Let's just take a look at that. So let's look at Trump and Harry and Meghan. Because Harry just had this Greta Thunberg Russian spoofer people, and he said that Trump had blood on his hands because he wasn't handling climate change correctly. I don't know. I'm just really offended by the stupid things coming out of Harry's mouth. He sounds like a child, like somebody who doesn't understand how things interconnect and who these power players are, and he was one of them. Meghan said she would never leave the she would leave the USA if Trump won, and now she's back, and it sure looks like Trump is going to get another 4 years. I mean, he's up against Biden. Biden is not the man he used to be. He seems to not be all there. His mind seems to just go blank at the wrong times. She very famously snubbed Donald Trump when he came to visit the Queen. She didn't show up. That's a very bad move. Very bad move. Okay, so let's look at Trump and Harry and Meghan. Is there bad blood between them? Trump. There's the 6 spades. Harry and Meghan. Because all of these people are interconnected. It's almost ironic, but I could have predicted it with 100% that, of course, they're going to need something from Trump. He's leader of the free world, and he shows up and has tea with the Queen. So he comes into, Harry and Meghan's neighborhood and has tea with the grandma. Okay, is there bad blood? Well, we have the incubus succubus. Okay, bad relationship. Very solid. Let's see, 1424. Yeah, so 6 spades twice. So yeah, Trump has heard these negative things that he's saying about them, but otherwise it's solid. I mean, he's not like at home brooding over it, but as soon as they ask him for something, it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction. He's just going to say no. If he can say no, he'll just say no. He can't look petty. He can't look like he's being petty because people criticize him for everything, but he's just like, no. What's over here on Harry and Meghan's side? Cross, permanent relationship, straight razor, asking one thing they need him on an ongoing basis. Jacob's ladder, 6 and 7, 13, 4 hearts, royal family, part of the royal family on an ongoing basis, but they're cut from this. Yeah. So all of this is on the basis of they're part of the royal family and you have to do it. You have an obligation. 4-leaf clover, opportunistically asking for help from the government 9 and 4 is 13. 4 hearts, again, family. So they're asking because they just want the money. It's a lot of money to do that. The next thing is, a lot of people have asked this all along. That a lot of people say that Harry married Meghan against the Queen and the Crown's wishes. So I don't know. I think she was the diversity duchess. You know, and she was supposed to bring the royals into the 21st century, and she just wouldn't do anything that she was supposed to be doing. She just flaunted all the rules, wouldn't obey any of the protocols, didn't listen to the Queen. Everything was just the Meghan show. So I kind of think that the Queen approved them. But then you ask, well, how did she get through the security check? You know, she has all these skeletons in her closet. So let's look at the Queen and Harry. Did Harry go against the Queen's wishes by marrying? Did he just jump in and he's just very impulsive and doesn't think through things? Did he marry Meghan against the Queen's wishes? Harry and the Queen and Harry, because we put Harry and Meghan over here. The Queen Harry. What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, did Harry marry Meghan against the Queen's wishes? So here's the Queen, very emotional about the woman. 22, 23, son. Son is success and emotion and family. Because they let Meghan come to Christmas before she was part of the royal family. All these things. Charles walked her down the aisle. It seems that the Queen was very emotionally attached to Meghan. And that's what Meghan does. She gets people she love bombs people, and she gets them really emotionally attached to her. And I think maybe she love bombed the Queen. She love bombed the Queen. You know, you're the best, Queenie. I love you so much. I can't wait to be part of your family, and I love Harry so much. And I think that's what she did to Harry. And it doesn't seem like that's working out now, but she does that to everybody. She love bombs everybody. So it looks like she love bombed the Queen, and the Queen, I don't know how that blinded her. She has so many wise advisors, but the Queen is obviously steering the ship, and I think the crown will be a very different place with the Queen gone. When Charles is in charge, it's going to be a very different place, because Charles is going to be making those decisions, and hopefully William will temper those decisions, because William seems wise like the Queen, and Harry doesn't. So Harry Fox, on his own, very independent, following his heart in his cornerstone. 5 and 12, 17, 5 hearts reacting. He was acting very independently, and the Queen was very emotionally involved. So Harry was acting very independently. Karmic shift and 8 spades. Oh, he went outside of the royal family. She didn't really move to stop him. She felt that Harry was following his heart. She didn't move to stop him. And he did kind of go outside. 8 spades. And they just hoped that it would work out. What are these cards up here? We have Angel. Angel can be just really good intentions. The best of intentions. Full stop and broken. So 11, 11, 22. These extra cards can be, there is no Archie. Okay, they're separated from Archie. What a disaster this whole Archie thing is. Or this can be, the best of intentions just fell flat on their face. And the relationship is not working out. So Harry acted very independently, and he went He just went outside. He did this kind of on his own. So, but the Queen didn't move to stop him. So that's interesting. They're very wise, and they have all these advisors, and the Queen didn't move to stop him. So they're moving to California, and there's a 90-day community. This is a 90-day community property state. Boy, how many bad things can you think of about California? Here's another one. And I lived in California. I don't live in California now. So, and California is just about to fall into the sea. I mean, everything wrong with America is currently happening in California in magnification right now. So it's a 90-day community property state. So if they live there as a married couple for 90 days, then it's a split right down the middle of all the community property. And Harry didn't write there's no prenup. Okay, now a lot of the royal properties hopefully are protected, because it would be wrong for anybody to take that away from England and the royals. Okay, so will they still be together in 6 months? Will Harry and Meghan still be together in 6 months? Or is this the final nail in the coffin for Harry? Will they still be together in 6 months? Because Meghan is plotting all of this. I mean, she's always looking ahead into the future. There it is. Because they're approaching the 2-year mark, and I mean, how much drama can you make in such a short time? Okay, so player wants one thing. Player's a great money card. Snake, long-term planning over the long haul. Okay, 23, 30, 33. Yes. Okay, interesting. So will they be together in 6 months? I got the yes card as the ad, but player, she's really thinking about the money. She's really planning and plotting for her future and the money. So this really, again, it works out great for Meghan, and there's nothing for Harry. Harry's the royal handbag carrier of Queen Meghan. What's underneath? Manifesting, actions to manifest the final ending. 23, 26, outside, 7 spades, 7 diamonds, finger of God. So she is setting him up, setting him up, setting him up, setting him up, setting him up. And 7 diamonds, she's not taking the money. The state orders it. It's a community property state. It's not my fault. I wasn't thinking that. I just wanted to be close to my mother, who she barely has a relationship with. Okay, now there's talk that this voiceover, this Disney voiceover where we saw Harry chatting up the Disney guy, the top Disney guy, and she got the voiceover. What I hear about that is another A-list actor had already voiced it. He already did the voiceover. And then they fired him, and they hired Meghan to do the voiceover after he'd already done all the work. He insisted he got paid in full for this, but now he's very upset at Meghan. Okay, and he's going around Hollywood talking about all the terrible things, how Meghan stole this from him, a working actor. You know, she's taking food out of a working actor's mouth and out of his family's mouth. And is this shutting doors for Meghan in Hollywood? Has this created bad blood? This voiceover, has this created bad blood for Meghan? Has this elephant voiceover. Okay, so home, people close to you, strength, strong relationships, and sweet. 7 and 11, 18, 5 diamonds. This all, on the surface, everything looks good. The relationships are very good and very strong in Hollywood. People are being very nice to Meghan in Hollywood. Okay. Butterfly, olive tree, and yes. Her plan is to root and transform in Hollywood. This is not affecting Meghan negatively. This is not affecting Meghan negatively. Okay, there's not bad blood in Hollywood. If this person is complaining, people are like, well, she didn't do it to me. You know, they're not upset on behalf of this A-list actor. They understand that Meghan needs to get her voice and her face out there if she's going to do anything in Hollywood. And so it's all okay. It's okay. All right, let's review. Okay, so is there bad blood between Trump and Harry and Meghan? Yes. Yes. And I think this is just a knee-jerk reaction. You know, now you're going to ask me for something after all those nasty things you said to me, says Donald Trump. No. I'm just going to say no, and he's going to tweet it out and put it on his Facebook right away. And they're like, well, it's our right. We're royals. You have to protect us. And they're not appealing to the relationship. The relationship is with the royal family. They're just saying, we need protection, and you need to protect us, and here we are. I don't think that argument is going to fly because times are tight. The stock market is dropping, and times are tight. Okay, did Harry go off on his own to marry Meghan? Harry did act independently. He did go outside of it, but it turned out to be a disaster. The Queen didn't stop him. The Queen, I think Meghan love-bombed the Queen. So she just really got close to the Queen, and the Queen had really warm and fuzzy feelings about her, and then she's in the palace, and what have we done? What have we done? Why did we vet her properly? Okay, so California is a 90-day community property state. Now, people will argue that it's only what was attained after the marriage, and they've been married only 2 years, not even 2 years. So there is that. And the royal family is going to protect a lot of their assets, thank God. But are they going to be together in 6 months? There's absolutely no love here. There's 2 10s. There's the very heavy and a very bad ending. Manifesting, you have very clever cards here. You have Magi and Player. You have the Snake, you know, plotting and vengeful. So they're definitely going to divorce. She's definitely going to take as much as she can. And this is definitely part of it. She's thinking about, you know, how do I get the money? So she is thinking about this. And then there's this whole elephant thing, the voiceover to the elephant. I don't see any bad blood in Hollywood. I think the people in Hollywood are treating Meghan very well. She's not getting a lot of roles, but they're treating her very well. We'll see if that continues. We'll see if that continues, because she's not going to be a royal, and the shine will wear off. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Thanks to those who have bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.